Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting through some of the hype around artificial intelligence. We want to focus on something really crucial, how AI isn't just for the tech giants anymore. It's actually becoming, well, a strategic weapon for startups. Forget needing endless venture capital or these massive engineering teams. The big question for us today, I think, is this. How can a lean startup, often working with really tight budgets, truly leverage AI? Not just to grow fast, but maybe even fundamentally redefine what's possible for them and, outmaneuver the bigger players. So, our mission in this deep dive is to unpack the power of AI, specifically for the startup world. We'll explore what it really means to use AI for, say, speed and agility. We'll look at the types of AI making the biggest impact right now, some might surprise you. And maybe most importantly, how do you navigate the opportunities, but also the kind of hidden pitfalls to gain that competitive edge? An edge you might not have thought was even possible.
And you're right, this isn't just theory anymore. The landscape is shifting really dramatically. There's a recent PwC report, 2024, I believe, that found something quite striking. 70% of startups are already using AI.
70%. Wow.
Yeah, 70%. For smarter decisions, better efficiency. You should think of AI as maybe your ultimate digital workforce. It's like a force multiplier. It lets these nimble startups punch way above their weight class. Reminds me of that Mark Andreessen quote, software is eating the world.
And AI is the next big bite. Yeah, I know the one.
Exactly. So
Okay.
this deep dive today, it's kind of your shortcut to understanding that bite and maybe figuring out how to take it yourself.
Okay, let's definitely unpack this then. When we talk about AI in the context of a startup, what are we really talking about? It sounds like this huge, complex thing. How does it actually translate down to a small, agile team?
Yeah, it can sound intimidating, but for a startup, AI is fundamentally about empowering machines,
Yeah.
enabling them to do tasks that normally need human intelligence. And we're not just talking basic automation here. It's more about intelligent systems. Systems that learn from beta patterns to make predictions, understand language, recognize things in images, or solve complex problems really fast and consistently. It basically acts as a force multiplier,
Hmm.
like a digital assistant that can help out in almost any part of the business.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is how well AI lines up with what makes a startup successful in the first place. First off, there's scalability. AI systems, they can handle way more work without needing you to hire proportionally more people.
Right, so you can grow your customers without needing the same growth in support staff, for instance.
Exactly. Imagine that. 10 times the customers, not 10 times the staff.
Yeah.
Then there's agility. AI allows for real-time decision making. Startups can pivot almost instantly based on market shifts or what customers are doing, super fast adaptation. And finally, maybe the most critical bit, it offers a real competitive advantage. AI kind of levels the playing field. It lets smaller companies offer these sophisticated, data-driven services that, used to be only for the big corporations. That lets you compete on brains, not just budget.
Okay, so that clarifies what AI means for startups, but let's get practical. Which types of AI are actually, making the biggest difference on the ground, especially for a startup that doesn't have a huge data science team?
That's a great question. And the good news is you don't need a PhD in AI to start using these. Let's break down a few key types and their impact. First, machine learning. This is basically how computers learn from data without you having to code every single rule.
Okay.
Think of it like teaching a machine to spot patterns. For startups, ML is fantastic for predicting customer behavior, maybe optimizing pricing on the fly, or even spotting subtle market trends before anyone else. It's like having an analyst working 24/7.
An always-on analyst. I like that.
Then there's natural language processing, NLP. This is all about teaching computers to understand and generate human language. Imagine a computer that can read and write like a person, but incredibly fast.
Right.
Startups use NLP for things like automated customer service, generating marketing copy that really connects, or managing tons of social media comments efficiently. We also have computer vision. This is literally giving computers eyes, letting them interpret and make decisions based on what they see. Startups are using this for automated quality control maybe, or managing inventory just by scanning shelves, even analyzing visual content online for insights.
Interesting. So, like checking products on an assembly line.
Exactly that kind of thing.
Yep.
Or making sure shelves are stocked correctly in a warehouse.
Hmm.
And finally, chatbots, often powered by NLP. These are your automated conversational agents. For startups, they're amazing. They offer round-the-clock customer support. They can qualify leads by asking initial questions, and they cut down operational costs quite a bit. They're like your frontline support, always available.
This really gets to the heart of it. Okay, so what are some of the most common, maybe high impact ways startups are actually putting these different AI types to work right now? Can you give us some concrete examples?
Oh, absolutely. The applications are incredibly diverse and, frankly, quite impactful across pretty much every part of a startup. Take customer support. Imagine AI chatbots handling, say, 80% of the routine questions instantly, 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
That frees up your human team to tackle the really complex relationship-building stuff. Think about tools like Intercom or Zendesk's AnswerBot. They drastically cut response times for small teams. Huge boost for customer satisfaction. Or look at smarter marketing and sales. AI can analyze lead behavior and score them, telling your sales team where to focus their energy.
Prioritizing leads, yeah.
Exactly. It can automate sending super personalized emails that actually convert.
Mhm.
It can even predict which customers might be about to churn before they leave.
Wow, like a little crystal ball for sales.
Sort of. It gives you that chance to step in and save the relationship. It's like having a dedicated analyst working alongside every single sales rep. Then there's building better products. AI can track how users actually interact with your app or website, not just what they say they do in surveys. It identifies which features people love, where they get stuck, and can even suggest new features based on real usage data. It takes a lot of guesswork out of product development.
Beta-driven decisions, literally.
And streamlined operations. This is where AI can be a massive efficiency booster. It can automatically flag suspicious financial transactions, predict inventory needs with surprising accuracy so you avoid stockouts or having too much cash tied up in stock.
Right, inventory management is huge for startups.
It really is. Or it can monitor your whole supply chain for potential delays. It handles those critical, sometimes tedious tasks with really high accuracy, even hiring. AI can help revolutionize recruitment, screening resumes for specific skills, helping schedule interviews, even analyzing anonymous employee feedback to figure out how to improve retention.
Interesting. So finding talent faster and keeping them longer.
Exactly. It helps with both sides of that coin. And finally, financial clarity.
Huh.
For any startup, cash flow is absolutely king, right?
Totally.
AI can predict cash flow patterns, automate the painful task of categorizing expenses, and give you early warnings if you're about to blow your budget. It turns complex financial data into insights you can actually use, even if you don't have a full-time CFO from day one.
That's incredibly powerful stuff. But okay, with all these options and capabilities, a really key question pops up for any founder, I imagine. How do you choose the right AI tools? How do you avoid getting totally overwhelmed by just the sheer number of choices out there?
Yeah, that's a common hurdle. It really comes down to being strategic and asking the right questions. First, start small and solve real problems. Don't try to boil the ocean. Pick one or two major pain points that are actually costing your business time or money right now, like those repetitive customer questions we mentioned, or maybe tedious manual data entry. Focus on tools that directly tackle those specific things first. Second, look at budget-friendly options first. Prioritize tools with freemium plans or flexible pricing. Test the waters before you commit big bucks. And always think about the total cost setup, training, ongoing fees, not just the monthly sticker price.
Good point, the total cost of ownership.
Third, easy setup and integration is key. Look for tools that play nicely with the software you already use, your CRM, your email platform, your accounting system. The goal should be getting your team using it effectively within days or weeks, not getting stuck in some massive integration project for months.
Yeah, you need quick wins.
Fourth, check the proven track record. Don't just believe the marketing hype. Look for reviews, especially from other startups like yours. See if they have strong customer support. Is the company reliable? You want something dependable. And fifth, scalability matters. Make sure the tool's pricing scales reasonably as you grow. You don't want to suddenly hit a wall where it becomes way too expensive, or it just can't handle your increased data or user load.
Got it. So it needs to grow with you.
Exactly. And always ask yourselves these two questions. Does this tool solve a problem we have today, not some hypothetical future problem?
Okay.
And can we realistically see measurable results, some kind of ROI, within the first month or so? Those questions really help cut through the noise.
Okay, that makes sense for picking tools. But beyond the tech itself, you mentioned culture earlier. That seems critical. How do startups actually foster an environment where AI isn't just, another piece of software, but it's really embedded in how they operate and innovate?
Yeah, culture is huge. It really starts with empowering your people, I think. First, you need to encourage smart experimentation. Create a space where teams feel safe to try out AI tools. Give them permission to test things, maybe fail quickly, learn from it, and move on. You could set aside specific experiment time or even run internal hackathons.
So it's okay to not get it right the first time.
Absolutely. Celebrate the wins, but also celebrate the valuable lessons learned from the experiments that, well, don't quite work out as planned. Second, build AI literacy across teams. You don't need everyone to be an AI engineer, that's not the goal. But teach the basic concepts in plain English. Show non-technical teams, sales, marketing, support how AI can specifically solve their day-to-day problems, maybe through hands-on workshops. When the sales team sees firsthand how an AI tool can automatically populate their CRM with really good leads, they'll become your biggest advocates.
Makes sense. Show, don't just tell.
Third, make data your North Star. Foster a truly data-driven mindset. Decisions should be based on numbers and patterns, not just gut feelings. Give teams simple, easy-to-understand dashboards. Reward people for making recommendations that are backed up by data. Fourth, break down the tech business wall. This is a classic problem. Encourage constant, regular collaboration between your developers and your business side. Sales, marketing, customer service. Maybe create project teams with people from different departments. Everyone needs to be speaking the same language about company goals and how AI helps achieve them.
Getting everyone on the same page.
And finally, number 5, leadership sets the tone. This is absolutely crucial. Founders, executives, they need to be visibly using and advocating for AI tools themselves. Invest in AI training for everyone. And critically, integrate AI adoption directly into the company's overall strategic plan and goals. When leadership really champions AI, it sends a powerful signal to the whole organization that this transformation is serious and fully supported.
That's a really clear roadmap for building that culture.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, what does this look like in practice? You mentioned consulting earlier. Let's consider a real-world example, maybe like Canarica.
Right, Canarica is a good example here.
Yeah.
We at Canarica started back in 2015. We're a global consulting firm, and we specialize specifically in AM, analytics, and automation services. Our core mission, really, is to empower businesses with AI solutions that are tailored to them and drive actual measurable results. We offer end-to-end services. That means everything from helping a company figure out its AI strategy and checking if their data is ready, all the way through to actually building the AI models and integrating them smoothly into their existing systems.
Mm-hmm.
And something we're focusing on heavily now is leveraging generative AI, helping businesses use it to automate tasks, make smarter decisions, create new content, all with solutions that are built to be scalable and adaptable.
So you're applying this across different industries.
Yes, absolutely. We work across various sectors. For instance, in manufacturing, we might implement AI for predictive maintenance, predicting when a machine might fail before it does, or for automated quality control. We also work in retail, finance, supply chain optimization, lots of areas. And consistently, our clients report seeing benefits like better data accuracy, getting insights in real time, and just delivering better services. It really helps them scale effectively and hit their digital transformation targets. We've essentially packaged our AI expertise to tackle specific, common business problems with repeatable solutions.
Okay, that helps illustrate the how. But while the benefits are obviously exciting, we should also address the other side of the coin. What are some of the practical challenges, maybe the risks, that startups often run into when they start diving into AI?
Yeah, it's definitely not all smooth sailing. There are some real complexities to navigate. One is the high implementation costs and resource requirements. AI promises long-term savings, sure, but those initial investments can be pretty significant. And it's not just the software cost. You've got cloud computing infrastructure, data preparation, ongoing maintenance. Startups often underestimate this total cost.
Right, it's more than just a subscription fee.
Then there's the technical complexity and skill gaps. Let's face it, AI requires specialized expertise. Data science, machine learning engineering, now prompt engineering. Finding and then keeping that kind of talent is incredibly competitive and really expensive for a startup. This often leads to significant skill gaps within the team.
The talent war for AI skills is fierce.
Absolutely. Third, data quality and privacy concerns. AI systems are only as good as the data you feed them.
Right, garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly. Many startups just don't have large volumes of clean, high-quality data ready to go. And beyond that, handling customer data brings up huge privacy risks. You've got regulations like GDPR, CCPA. Getting that wrong can lead to massive penalties. It's a serious compliance challenge. Fourth is the risk of over-reliance and losing the human touch. Automation is powerful, yes, but if you rely too heavily on AI, you risk alienating customers. Especially in businesses where relationships matter, people still value talking to a real person sometimes.
Right. You don't want to feel like you're just talking to bots all the time.
Precisely. And plus, overdependence creates vulnerabilities. What happens if the AI system fails or gives you bad information? You need fallback plans. And lastly, there are ethical and bias issues. This is a big one. AI models can inadvertently learn and perpetuate biases present in the data they're trained on. This can lead to discriminatory outcomes, for example, in hiring or loan applications. Startups often lack the resources needed to properly audit their AI systems for fairness and bias.
That's a really critical point. Okay, so definitely some significant challenges to be aware of. But despite these, as you said, many startups are succeeding. What other real-world examples really stand out, maybe highlighting different strengths as AI?
Yeah, there are some great ones that showcase specific capabilities really well. Think about Stripe and FinTech. They use machine learning algorithms for real-time fraud detection on payments. Their AI analyzes millions, probably billions of transactions with something like 99.9% accuracy. That just shows AI's raw power in tackling very specific, high-volume problems where accuracy is absolutely critical.
Incredible accuracy at that scale.
Or look at Path AI in health tech. They use computer vision to help pathologists diagnose cancer. Their AI models analyze tissue samples alongside the human expert, and they've been shown to help reduce diagnostic errors by up to 85%.
Wow, 85%.
Yeah, it's a fantastic example of AI augmenting human expertise, making professionals better at their jobs, not just replacing them. That synergy is powerful. And one more, maybe Dynamic Yield in e-commerce. They got acquired by MasterCard. They used AI to create hyper-personalized experiences on shopping websites. Their AI would dynamically change the site layout, product recommendations, special offers, all in real time for each visitor, and the result. They increased conversion rates by an average of 19% for their clients.
19% increase is huge in e-commerce.
It really is. It shows how AI can have an immediate, measurable impact on those high-frequency customer interactions.
Okay, fantastic examples. So let's bring it back to the listener. For a startup founder or team member listening right now, feeling ready to, roll up their sleeves and get started with AI, what are the most actionable first steps? What should they do tomorrow?
Right, let's make it concrete. A concise roadmap is definitely needed so you don't get lost. Number one, identify specific use cases. Don't just say, we need AI. Ask, what specific measurable problems can AI solve in our business right now? Think about repetitive tasks sucking up time, or areas where you desperately need better data analysis. Be specific. Number two, assess your data readiness. AI needs fuel, and that fuel is data. Honestly, evaluate the quality and quantity of the data you have. You'll likely need to prioritize cleaning it up, organizing it, maybe enriching it. Remember, garbage in, garbage out.
So data prep is step 0 almost.
Pretty much, yeah. Number three, start small with proven tools. Begin with platforms or APIs that are user-friendly and offer quick wins. Things like ChatGPT for drafting content, or maybe Zapier to automate workflows between apps you already use. These let you experiment without needing deep technical skills right away. Number four, set clear success metrics. Before you implement anything, to find exactly what success looks like. Is it cutting customer response time by 30%? Reducing operational costs by 15%? You need clear, measurable goals to know if the AI is actually working and providing ROI.
Measure what matters.
Exactly. Number five, plan for human oversight. Always ensure AI is augmenting human judgment, not replacing it entirely, especially for critical decisions. Think of AI as a super powerful assistant, not a fully autonomous CEO yet. Anyway.
Good distinction.
And number six, budget for ongoing costs. Remember, AI isn't a one-off purchase. You need to factor in recurring costs, subscription fees, data storage, training for your team, ongoing maintenance to keep things running smoothly. Plan for the long haul.
That's a really practical checklist. And finally, just to give people a sense of the landscape, you mentioned tools earlier. For those wondering about the sheer breadth of AI tools available now across different business functions, maybe just touch on a few notable ones. Give us a taste of the ecosystem.
Oh, it's an incredibly dynamic field. Exploding, really. Just a few examples to illustrate. For content and communication, obviously ChatGPT is still a giant with billions of monthly visits. But also, tools like Canva AI are integrating generative AI right into design work.
Making it accessible.
Exactly. In accounting, you've got tools like Xero using JAX AI to automate tasks, or even platforms like Digits that are aiming for fully autonomous AI accounting. For legal tech, Harvey AI is making waves in automating legal research into complex document review. In HR and recruitment, tools like HireVue use AI for video interview analysis, while Textio helps optimize job descriptions to attract more diverse candidates.
Streamlining HR processes.
Definitely. For broader enterprise process automation, Microsoft 365 Copilot for Operations is becoming pretty well known for modernizing workflows and cutting down admin time. And if you're into creative and visual AI, platforms like Leonardo.ai let users generate surprisingly professional-looking images and visual content. It's quite amazing what's possible now.
We have certainly covered a lot of ground today on how AI can be, well, leveraged by startups, from defining what it actually is in this context, exploring all those diverse use cases, understanding the strategy behind picking tools, and nurturing that crucial AI-driven culture. It seems really clear that AI isn't just some passing trend. It's a fundamental shift in how businesses are going to operate and scale going forward.
Absolutely. And the future of AI for startups. It points towards even more accessibility. Think no-code platforms, even more seamless integration into everyday tools, the power to make real-time decisions based on data, things that were unthinkable for small companies just a few years ago. But this also means competition is going to intensify, right? Strategic AI implementation won't just be nice to have. It'll be a critical differentiator for survival, let alone growth. It's really about enabling you, the startup, to turn everyday operations into intelligent outcomes, to make sure you're not just participating in this AI revolution, but actually leading the charge within your specific niche.
And if you're listening and thinking about how to actually bring this kind of transformative AI expertise into your own business, remember there are partners out there like the consulting firms we discussed, such as Canerica, ready to help bridge that gap.
Right. As we touched on, we at Canerica bring that deep expertise in AI, ML, and also purpose-built agentic AI. We focus on helping businesses solve very real challenges and drive measurable impact. We offer custom-built AI agents and specific generative AI models designed to tackle common business bottlenecks, whether that's streamlining inventory, speeding up access to information, creating intelligent pricing strategies, or even using smart video analysis. The focus is always on delivering concrete, tangible business value.
So I think the real takeaway here isn't just about using AI, it's about using it meaningfully. How will you, listening right now, leverage AI to truly redefine what's possible for your startup? That's the provocative thought we'd like to leave you with today.